It's been said that there are two tragedies in life: achieving all of your goals and achieving none of your goals. While it's pretty obvious why achieving none of your goals is a tragedy, why is achieving all of your goals a tragedy? Certainly, if you don't achieve any of your goals, at the end of your life, you'll look back and realize that you've been living your life for somebody else, not yourself. If you haven't achieved anything that you wanted, if you haven't done anything that was able to improve your life, that certainly is a tragedy. But what about achieving all of your goals? The common belief is that we have this great goal in the future. We all have this idea of what the ideal future would be like. And once you achieve this ideal future, we think life is going to suddenly be easy, that all our frustrations will just go away and we can enjoy life. But in reality, once you get this fantastic goal, no matter what it is, there's going to be a life that you need to live on the other side of this goal. And if you imagine most of your life building up to getting this goal, this whole life has been filled with fantastic purpose. But once you achieve that goal, on the other side of that, what happens to your purpose? If you live a non-purpose filled life, you can get very bored, very depressed. This is one of the reasons why lottery winners tend to become miserable and broke 3 or 4 years after they win the lottery. So the idea that we can achieve this one thing and then life will just click into place, consider that is a myth. Maybe it's left over from evolution. Maybe we have such a glorified idea of what will happen when we achieve this goal. It will inspire us to achieve this goal. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But the truth of life is that you will always feel in a state of becoming. You will always be in the same state you are right now. Right now, think about your life. There's some things that you like. There's some things that you don't like. And there's some things you'd like to achieve. Imagine that no matter how big of a goal you have in your future, on the other side of that goal, you'll still be in that same state. You'll like your life. There'll be some parts you really like. There'll be some parts you want to improve. And there'll still be things you would like to achieve. Because humans are evolved into be goal-getting organisms. We were calibrated by our external constraints through long hundreds of thousands of years of evolution to always be in purpose, always be in the progress of getting something, to always be pursuing something, to always be thinking of something better than we have that we want to go after and get. This is why in plenty of surveys, when they ask people, how much money do you want? The answer is generally the same. I want 10% more than what I have. If you have $1,000, you'd like another $100. If you have $1 million, you'd like another $100,000. If you have $1 billion, you'd like another $100 million. So consider that accepting this idea that you will always be in the progress of getting something greater will always be your state. And so you won't suffer the major letdown if you over-fixate on this goal that's in the future. And if you do get that, or when you do get that, understand that on the other side of that, you will still want to achieve more. You will still want to get more out of life. Now, what about the other end of the spectrum? How can you avoid not achieving any of your goals? Well, consider that how they teach us to set goals is maybe not the best way. There's 3 main components of what they call a well-formed goal. That is, your goal has to be very, very specific. It has to be very, very detailed. You have to have a very, very clear picture of what you want. And the goal has to be time dependent. You have to have a specific date by which you're going to achieve this goal. And the goal has to be under your control. Under your control is good, but what about these other 2? Very, very specific and time dependent. What tends to happen is if you set a goal at a certain time in the future, you don't really know how you're going to get that goal because we can't predict the future. You can't predict what's going to happen in the future. And so the time dependency part is really a guess at best. But the very specific part can create problems because you don't know how to get that. And what tends to happen is when you set a goal in the abstract, when you're right now and you're thinking about your future, you have an idea of the benefits of the goal, and you have an idea of the costs. And no matter what you're going to do, if the benefits are greater than the costs, you will be motivated to action. But as you go into the future, as you learn more about yourself, as you learn more about the world, you will start to realize the costs are getting greater and greater than you had anticipated. And the benefits might not be as fantastic as you had anticipated. So as you move into the future, the costs start to go up. And the benefits start to be not so great. And pretty soon, what is very, very common is the costs exceed the benefits. And anytime the costs are greater than the benefits, then it's irrational to keep going. It's rational to stop. This is why people stop a weight loss plan or an exercise plan so frequently. This is the reason behind the yo-yo diet. When you have an idea in the abstract of losing weight, you imagine having lost the weight and the idea is fantastic. It makes you feel good. And you imagine the cost in the abstract. But when we imagine costs in the abstract, we almost always underestimate the costs. But as you move into the future, as you realize how much work it takes every day to exercise, and you realize the benefits aren't as great as you thought they were, pretty soon the costs are greater than the benefits, and it's rational to stop. It's irrational to keep going. So how do you counter this? Well, consider tossing out the well-formed goal idea. Consider tossing out the idea of a specified goal at a specified date, and instead consider pursuing horizon goals. And the only requirement of a horizon goal is that a year from now, 6 months from now, you are going to be better than you are today. You don't know what that will look like. All you know is you will be better than you are today. And choose one area of life where you'd like to be better, like social skills. Make a decision that a year from now, 6 months from now, you will be better than you are today with respect to social skills. And then do one simple thing every single day to improve your social skills. Anything tiny. Tinier is better because you're creating a momentum, you're creating a habit. Another problem with goals is we have the idea of some kind of a transaction idea, where we do something, we get the goal. Like you give somebody money, they give you a burrito. You put in the action, you get the result. But achieving a better life, achieving a better state of life requires consistent daily behavior. And your consistent daily behavior is what maintains your life, your current skills. And so start a habit very, very slowly. Do the smallest thing you can do every day to go in the direction of your better social skills in this example. And at the end of the day, write down what you did, what happened, and what you can do tomorrow to get even closer. And start this habit, this simple daily habit. And if you do this every day, you will start to build momentum. And you'll find that momentum is much, much more important than motivation. You won't need motivation because you'll have momentum. And if you do this for a week, if you do something every day, something very, very simple every day, don't push yourself. Don't try to explode your comfort zone in the next 2 days, but just do something very, very simple every single day to get closer to the idea of better social skills in this example. And at the end of every day, write down what happened. Write down what you did. Write down what you can do tomorrow. And then imagine doing that. And if you do this for a week, you'll have a week behind you of improved social skills, which means you can extrapolate the next week. If you do this for 2 weeks, you'll have 2 weeks behind you of continuously improved social skills, which will allow you to extrapolate 2 weeks in the future. If you do this for a month, you'll have a month. A year, you'll have a year. And that will give you a true feeling of purpose, a true feeling that every day you're getting better. Every day you are becoming better than you are. And that's the true state of our nature, to always be improving yourself, to always be getting better in some area of life. And once one area becomes comfortable, where your daily habit becomes comfortable, then choose another area. Choose like finances or communication skills or public speaking skills or something. And give yourself plenty of time to start all these habits and all the areas of your life where you're doing something different or doing something better every single day towards those horizon goals. And that will give you a real feeling of purpose. And this will be your constant state of looking back into your past and seeing what you've done to come to today and looking up into your future and anticipating that better future. You will always be living in a state of purpose with a positive anticipation of a much better future. You will always be getting better. And this is what creates happiness as a side effect. If you're always in progress of doing something better, the side effect will be happiness and a very, very contented life. So try this out. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you'd like to learn more about how to improve yourself, improve your communications, please check out the links below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.